Hi guys! The other day I tried to write a letter to an American friend, but it had been so long since I'd seen him that I forgot the order in which to write his address. In fact, the order of various things in Japanese and English is different. I would like to examine those introductions and why they are different. Let's take a look at the names in order. English order is like this. The order of notation is first name to middle name to last name. Japanese order is like this. The notation order is last name to first name. Basically, Japanese names don't have a middle name. It seems that the naming and origin of last name and first name are not very different in Japan and abroad. In recent years, in Japan, instead of giving a first name to baby to express how parents want him or her to grow up, there are people who name their names after popular actors and athletes in the year they were born or after their favorite anime characters. Next, let's take a look at the order of the dates. There are two types of writing order for English dates. The American system uses day of the week, month, day, and year, while the British system reverses the order of month and day. Let's take a look at the Japanese notation. The year, month, day, day of the week goes like this. This system is reverse of British system. The next is the case of addresses. Let's look at the National Stadium in Tokyo as an example. In the case of English, first there is a street address, then the name of the street, then the city, state and zip code, and finally usually the name of the country. In Japan, it is written in the order of postal code, prefecture, city, street name, and address. In Japan and English-speaking countries, the order in which they are written is often reversed and addresses are typical. This is especially important in Japan, where most addresses can be identified by postal code. If you want to send something, you need to enter it almost always, so be careful. Finally, here's how to write a job title. In fact, the order of titles and names on company business cards is different in Japan and abroad. In English, the order is name, position, and company name. In Japanese, the order is company name, position, and name. Why is the order so different in English than in Japanese? I looked at various literature and found that the difference between Japanese and English grammar is still there. As mentioned earlier, Japanese names are in the order of last name to first name. The origin of the last name indicates where the ancestor lived and the profession in which he or she was engaged. In other words, the meaning of the Japanese name is as follows. Last name, the place where ancestors lived in, or first name, identifies the individuals is placed in the back. As you can see, in Japanese, the adjective is placed in front of the sentence and the name that identifies the individuals is placed in the back. Let's take Osamu Hayashi as an example. Hayashi means grove. Hayashi, maybe his or her ancestor lived in grove of Osamu. It means Osamu's son who lives in the grove. In the case of English, the order is reversed. The expression voice of Daniel is also more natural in Japanese, Daniel of voice. As you can see, there is a big rule that Japanese words are arranged from the surrounding information to your own information, while English words are arranged from your own information to the surrounding information. In English, the address is also written from the town where you live first. In Japanese, the information is narrowed down to which country you are living in and the town you are living in. In English, Dates were written in order from the date to the month and the year, and from detailed information to large information. The order in which business cards are written in English is the same as the order in which they are written. First, introduce yourself and then tell us what you do and where you work. Looking at it this way, there is a big difference between Japanese and English. I hope that those who are going to study will also find it helpful. Have you enjoyed it? If you remember how this works, it may be useful when you come to Japan someday. We will continue to provide you with useful information when you come to Japan. If you enjoyed, please subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video. Bye!